Joining us now is Henderson Cooper, a former CIA officer and supervisor with the Los Angeles Police Department. Welcome to our show. And I really want to put aside any of the global implications of this case right now and focus on the investigation with you. So these Turkish investigators went into the consulate yesterday. What do you think they were looking for?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. Well, they're looking for anything and everything that might reflect upon what had happened in the days prior. Unfortunately, they went into what can only be described as a dirty crime scene that had been not infiltrated, but had been basically trampled over by anybody and everybody that was in that consulate prior to them arriving.
Yeah, you mentioned it's a dirty crime scene, but we actually have footage that one journalist got of a cleaning crew going in. I don't know if we can bring that up, but I'll describe it to you. A journalist caught video of a cleaning crew going into the consulate the day before investigators went in, and we're watching that now. How much damage does that do to evidence?
Well, it does terrible damage to the evidence. If there is any evidence still remaining. I mean, the idea of it being a dirty crime scene means that a pure crime scene would still have a body, would still have all the elements of the crime present in some form or fashion. Since that crime occurred, who knows how many people working in that consulate or involved in any acts that happened there have been through there. By the time these investigators went in, so much had gone on and so much had transpired, including this cleaning and possibly the painting, that the crime scene is nothing like what it originally started out.
And here, President Trump said today that Saudi Arabia is another case of guilty until proven innocent. But Turkey does seem to believe they've got all this evidence proving the Saudis did do this.
Well, we don't know what kind of evidence they actually have. They can say that they have lots of evidence, and there may well be some. The question is, what is that evidence? Where did it come from, and how did they acquire it, and what does it actually show? And the problem is, the added problem is, this consulate may well be considered foreign soil inside the walls. So Turkey did not have any control over what was going on inside, and how they could collect any kind of evidence of any value when they have no control. They're in there by the permission of the Saudis. So it makes for a difficult investigation. It makes for a difficult evidence collection and then maintenance of the evidence.
Well, one way they may have gotten inside there, Turkey says they have audio and video of what happened. Why don't you think they're sharing it with the public?
Well, the audio and video, I have to wonder, most consulates and embassies will have cameras, and the cameras will have audio and video. But that would belong to the Saudi government, and so the Saudi government would have to release it to them, unless there were some sources or some individuals inside the consulate that the Turks could go to gain that. Well, if that is the case, then Saudi Arabia would know who they are as well, because they could see who was inside and who may or may not have been doing audio or video recording. So it presents an interesting problem.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting problem, and they may release that video and audio to prove their case that the Saudis did this. Lots of unanswered questions here. I'm sure you're going to be watching, as we will. Henderson Cooper, thank you for being with us and helping understand this complicated situation, making it a little easier to understand for us.
It is complicated. Thank you.